Hey everyone, Jim here from Village Local, and thanks for joining us for another session. So, I'm starting to see something really interesting happen in the aged care system, and that is, it's really based around how people are managing their home care package funding, actually. So what I mean by that is, for those people who get approved and assigned a home care package, so that's government funding that is provided to the consumer to keep them independent, safe and well, and accessing services to allow people to continue living at home and out of a nursing home. This funding system is called the home care package system, right? So for those who are approved for a home care package and receiving a home care package, up until really recently, there's been two ways to manage that funding, right? So what happens is, in way number one, the government makes the funding available, tells the consumer, congratulations, your package is now approved. And then the consumer has to find a registered home care provider, right? And to assign their home care package, their government home care package, to that registered home care provider so that they can manage that package on the consumer's behalf. So when I say manage it, what that means is they're there to provide monthly statements on how much funding got paid in that month, how much funding that they used, what services they used it for. So a monthly statement to let them know how much money's left over. The provider is there to sit down with the consumer to design a care plan as to what support services they need, how to access them, and then to start delivering those services. So for example, the care plan might entail that Mrs. Smith needs somebody to come into the home twice a week to provide some cleaning and some help with domestic assistance, the washing and things like that, some meal preparation, maybe a drive to the shopping centre, some help with some shopping, bring it home, help load it up. So that could all be in the care plan, and the provider would then start delivering those services, provide a caregiver or a care companion, and start doing these things. So that's provider management. That's the method of the provider managing your package, right? And there's two fees that a provider will charge to manage your package and do that work on your behalf. First fee they'll charge is what they call an administration fee, right? A package management fee. That's typically what it's called. Package management fee will cover things like the cost of sending you invoices or sending you statements on a monthly basis, paying any suppliers that may need to be paid. So say you had the gutters cleaned by a roofer or a gardening person, and they've got an invoice they need to pay. Well, the provider will pay that invoice out of your home care package funding. Say you needed some physiotherapy or some podiatry, or an allied health, or whatever allied health service. Well, the provider will take the money out of your home care package and pay that bill for you. So that's what they call the package management fee to hold that package. But then there's the care management fee, or sometimes called the case management fee, that the provider will charge, and that is the service fee that they charge for overseeing your care plan and the delivery of your care plan and how you're going, and if the care plan needs to be tweaked. So observing, have you got any particular challenges that have impacted your daily living, and we need to update your care plan from what we did when we first got started. So that oversight and guidance around what services are available and all that, well, they're going to charge you a fee to do that, right? And that's what they call case management or care management. And typically that fee combined together, the package management fee and the case management, sometimes it can be up at 20%, 25%, 30%. We even see it sometimes at 35%, right? Some providers are charging. So put that in perspective, the government home care funding, right? Home care package funding, there's 4 levels of it: level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. If you get a level 1 home care package, it's about $9,000 per year, paid on a monthly basis. That's on top of any pension you get, right? Level 2, it's a bit over $15,000. Level 3, it's a bit over $33,000. And level 4 home care package, if you get approved for that, it's a bit over $52,000. So we're not talking chump change here, right? And if a provider is charging you 20%, 30%, whatever it is, say 30%, and you got a level 2, well, that's about $15,000 a year as a level 2 home care package. they're going to take out 30%, which is $5,000 straight out of that package. Before any services are delivered to you, they're going to take $5,000 out to pay for their labor in providing that administration over your package, right? So that's a lot of money for some people. And they desperately need support services, so they're looking for ways to save and reduce that administration. So that's one end of the spectrum. Because people are looking to save money, the other end of the spectrum is when people choose to what they call self-manage their home care package. Now, what is self-management? Well, there are some organizations across the country that will allow you to assign your package to them. So when the government gives you your home care package, you still need to choose a registered provider, right? You need to. The reason why is because the government doesn't want to pay this money directly into your bank account, because they want to have oversight to make sure that the money is being used correctly. They don't want the consumer spending money on holidays or poker machines or whatever. It needs to be spent on things to keep you safe and well in the home, right? So that's why the government is going to mandate you need to choose a registered home care provider who can provide oversight on how the money is being spent, right? So when you self-manage, you still assign your funding to a registered home care provider. But that self-management home care provider, they aren't going to provide you with any guidance or oversight or advice on the care plan aspect of it, right? So they're not going to sort of give you any tips or tricks or assistance with putting together a care plan, showing you what services are available, helping you tap into those services, giving you suggestions about how to solve particular daily challenges that you might be having. They're not going to give you any of that advice. Okay, you're kind of on your own when it comes to that. When it comes to sourcing, caregivers and hiring caregivers and interviewing caregivers and firing caregivers if it's not working out, and if a job that you wanted done, say some gardening or some home maintenance got done and it didn't get done to the right standard or quality, kind of you're on your own to fight that battle with the supplier, right? So they're not going to sort of step in there. It's all on you, but the benefit is the administration fee comes down, okay? And we're typically seeing organizations that do this self-management arrangement with their consumer. I'm seeing it around 13%, right? 13%, that's covering their administrative burden of sending you monthly invoices and statements and getting those bills paid as you hand them in to the provider. So say you got a plumber to come to the home, which can be covered under a home care package, a plumber to come to the home to unclog something. You give that bill to the provider who's allowing you to self-manage, and they will pay that bill out of your home care package, right? But you've been the one that has opened up the yellow pages, found the plumber, interviewed the plumber, negotiated with the plumber, and hopefully the job got done in the quality that you need it. So a self-managed company will still charge an administration fee to pay the bill and things like that, but it's going to be much lower. It's going to be like, we're seeing on average about 13%, right? So you've got these two worlds, provider managed, where it's, the premium, it's like a butler service, really partnering with you tightly, or theoretically supposed to be doing that. It doesn't always happen that way, but you certainly get the bill for it. But then there's the other side of the equation where you're kind of on your own, but you're saving money for it. Both have been really great for the industry in the sense that it's given a lot of flexibility for a lot of people. But I'm starting to see a new offering evolve in the market, and that's this new idea of something in the middle. Let's call it co-management, right? Where the consumer has the ability to do a little bit of the groundwork in maybe interviewing a few third-party services or providing feedback to their provider about what services that they want to be put into their care plan or to come up with their own care plan. And the provider has a lot of knowledge and experience in offering suggestion to the consumer to say, hey, I've seen somebody in your situation before. This is what's been really helpful for them. Right? And but they're not going to do the work for you. They're not going to go and interview that person, or they're not going to go and source those supplies in your local area. They're going to say, hey, this is what would be helpful for you. This is the area which you can find reputable people to do that, and it's the consumer's job to get on the phone and say, hey, can you come and see me? I'm interested in employing your services, right? So it's this partnership between the two, and that's really, really interesting because, I don't know, like at Village Local, we speak to so many people every single day who do have the ability to get involved in the building of their care plan, and also get involved in home managing their caregivers or their suppliers that they bring in to deliver services, and they want to get involved, right? People want to get involved, and in return, you've got the opportunity to save often significant funding that you can then otherwise put towards additional services that you might not have been able to afford because there's been no funding left over in your home care package, right? So here's the thing, right? If you're with an organisation and your caregivers that come to your home, you think the world of. They've brought so much light and joy to your life, and your case manager, in the office, he just bends over backwards to support you and provides a wonderful experience. But you're also thinking to yourself, you know what? Like, I can do what they do, or at least I can help do what they do, and I'd like to do what they do and get involved in the building of my care plan and things like that, and you want to be rewarded for that workload in terms of lower fees that would otherwise save you money in your package, which you can then use towards other things. Then maybe it's worthwhile having a chat with your organisation that you're with and saying, hey, like, these things, these care plan, this stuff like that, is there an opportunity to co-manage with you in return for a lower administration fee? And see what they say, right? I think it's inevitable, going forward, all providers will offer this option. I think it's inevitable because we're at the very early stage. We're starting to see this unfold in the market. It's creating a lot of competitive dynamics in the market. And we're also seeing a new wave of the next generation of home care consumers, the baby boomers coming through, who are tech savvy, right? They're going to take their tech tools, their online computer skills, and they're going to have these expectations of getting involved. Just like you're doing your internet banking, and people are comfortable with doing internet banking or online shopping. They're going to have these. The next wave of consumer are going to have this expectation when it comes to delivering home care services, but also social services and community engagement opportunities as well. So start the conversation now, right? I'm already starting to see it unfold. Like I said, if you're a person that self-management scares you a little bit, and rightfully so, it's not for everybody. It's certainly not for everybody. I've seen some great scenarios come out of self-management, but I've seen some absolute horror stories as well. And I don't say that lightly, where somebody should have been getting advocacy and guidance, but they weren't, and then ended up in a really bad way. So it isn't for everybody, but it's certainly for some people. That's self-management, and for other people, provider management is the only option for them, right? A lot of people don't have the capacity to manage the whole thing, or the desire, for that matter. But I think there's a lot of opportunity in the middle for this co-management arrangement. So start the conversation with your provider and see what they've got to say about it. And I'm really excited about where this is going. I think the aged care system in this country is really moving in the right direction. It's got the competitive nature of it is providing a lot of innovation and a lot of offering to the consumer, which is where it needs to be. And I really, really look forward to the future. So all the best, take it by the horns, and get the most out of your home care package funding. Chat with you soon. Bye.